Sorry, video's in the dark. I was supposed to make this video yesterday. Um, I just want to let you know the Father's let me know that there's going to be earthquakes in Papua New Guinea, Japan, China, Korea. I think I don't know if it's north or south or both. But Korea. The prophecy about Mount Etna came to pass. He wanted me to remind y'all that. I told y'all that I had a dream last year and I saw it blowing really bad, and I think it's in Italy, and it has. And the Father said it's going to blow again. He kept giving me in the days of. I kept hearing the word in the days of pop metal. I hope I'm saying it right. They had a bad I did research. They had a bad earthquake in Rome. I think that's where the Papa I hope I'm saying it right. New Papa something volcano. And it was in ancient days, and it blew really really bad. That's what I saw Mount Etna happening to Mount Etna. So I don't know when this big volcano thing is gonna come, but pray for those people over there that's near that Mount Etna. Pray for Japan, Papua New Guinea, Korea. I saw China earthquake. I saw and a tsunami like they had back in I believe it was the early 2011. I'm not sure, but it's going to be something like that. And also, I saw a cruise ship sinking. A cruise ship sinking. I saw a cruise ship sinking. And I saw something about a naval ship. Something's going to happen with the Navy. And Iraq, that country's going to have an earthquake. Iraq. Daddy said he was going to shake Iran. I saw a 4.2 or 4. It was either 4.2, 4.3, 4.4 happening in Iran. And he said, look at Israel because they will have no peace this year. And I told y'all that last year, and we're seeing that. And he was like, they won't have no peace this year for his judgment. And it was something else I'm trying to remember because I'm not looking at on my other phone. It needs to be charged where I could read the text. What else was it, Father? I tried to. Oh, he wanted me to remind y'all that I told y'all in the 2021 prophecy that exactly March and April, people would start pushing back about the mask and fighting and coming out of the mask. Well, you have Texas, Mississippi, Alabama, Connecticut. They've lifted their mandates of masks. The state I'm from, Jersey, they haven't completely lifted it yet, but they're allowing weddings and big gatherings. And another state is allowing all restaurants to open the back up. So it's going to be a dominoes effect. You're going to start seeing it more and more. And so it's happening, like God said, and exactly in the month of March. And he said in April, oh my goodness. And he said it would be southern states and then eastern states. And it was southern states. And now it's Connecticut, partially New Jersey, you know. And he also wanted me to remind you about the vision I had about Governor Cuomo in January. I had saw it on the newspaper and the vision, and I had heard the newscaster in the vision say Governor Cuomo was found dead in his mansion. So now he's being sued for harassment. They finding out he put people in nursing homes where there was COVID and they were dying, and they want him to resign and he won't. So that prophecy is beginning to come to pass. So I can't remember what else it was. I'll have to come back another time. I'm waiting to see if God will bring it back to my memory. Oh yeah. A couple of weeks ago, I didn't say anything. I had vision I had vision about a man, he was murdering these women. And I remember last year God said 2 serial killers was going to come, and it happened. It was one in Florida, and they caught him. I forgot what other ones, but I saw this man. He was murdering women, and so it's going to be some type of serial killer coming about. I don't know if it's going to be in America or abroad, but he's not going to get to kill that many. He's going to kill a few, but he's not going to get to kill that many because they're going to catch him. And I've already said this prophecy that's supposed to happen this year about people getting trafficked. A lot of traffickers are going to get caught. They're going to be brought down by the FBI and other places, and people who family members they thought was lost forever or dead are going to resurface because of this. And I said this prophecy about 6 weeks ago anyway. So God just gave it to me to say it again. And he also wanted me to remind you about the prophecy that he gave me for 2021 that the stock market would go high or crash. Cryptocurrencies would go high or crash. There'll be no middle ground, and we're seeing it. So now the cryptocurrencies are like very low and crashing. The market's crashing. And he also gave me a prophecy that the market would crash this year, I believe, or next year, and it was going to offset a depression, and that we need to pray against it. Pray that the stock market doesn't crash to the point where it's going to cause an offset of depression. Because if we get into a depression in this country, it'll be 3 years before the country comes out of it. So we have to pray that there'll be no depression, and that the stock market won't crash to the I kept hearing the stock market crash to the floor. Stock market crash to the floor. Stock market crash to the floor. So if it crashes through the floor, it's no way of coming back up for a minute, and it's going to offset this country into severe depression, and it would take us 3 years to get out of it. So please pray. And on Facebook last week, I told them when I had that vision last year about electricity going out, especially Corpus Christi, in Texas, it happened. I saw it going out in other places too. So the Lord had me to remind them to pray over themselves, the state they're in, the community town they're in, and over their families, that the electricity doesn't go out where they are. And I had gave y'all prophecies a while back that tornadoes were going to come out the blue, and it's happening here in Georgia. In places it never happened, and the Lord has said that we must pray that it doesn't come to our community, our block, and pray for our family too, and cover ourselves and family with the blood of Yeshua in our houses. So that's what he wanted me to remind you of. So that's the end. So you all have a happy Sabbath, and I will see you soon, YouTube and Facebook. Much love. Shalom.